Apple might have just done the impossible, a completely crease-free foldable display. Not improved, not minimized, gone. And if this is real, it could change foldables forever. Hey guys, Lucifer here. iPhone Fold has been delayed for years, and one of the biggest reasons is actually very simple. Apple refused to accept the crease. Multiple reports suggest they didn't want to ship a foldable with any visible line in the middle, no matter how expensive or difficult it was to fix. And if you've ever used a foldable, you already know why that matters. Every brand has tried to reduce it. Samsung made it less noticeable, Google improved it slightly, and companies like Oppo got really close to hiding it. The Find N series especially made the crease look almost invisible, but not completely. If you look closely, it's still there. And that's where this gets interesting. Because a new leak from Fixed Focus Digital on Weibo claims Apple might have actually beaten all of them. According to industry sources, the iPhone Fold's display could be flatter than any foldable currently on the market. Even the best ones coming out of China right now. That's not a small upgrade, that's a completely different level. But here's what makes this even more surprising. This breakthrough didn't happen years ago. It reportedly happened around last February when Apple found a new material solution that could finally eliminate the crease. We don't know what that material is yet, but that was apparently the missing piece. And once that problem was solved, things started moving fast. Now we're hearing that the iPhone Fold could enter mass production within the next few months. And that's a big deal, because it lines up perfectly with a late 2026 launch. After almost a decade of delays, it finally feels like this device is actually close. But wait, because this is where things get a bit complicated. Even if Apple has completely removed the crease, does it actually matter as much as they think? Because right now people have kind of accepted the crease as part of foldables. It's not perfect, but it's something users tolerate. So Apple is basically betting everything on solving a problem that the market has already learned to live with, and that's risky. At the same time, if they really did eliminate that dip in the middle, the distortion, the reflection, that slight visual break, it does make the experience feel like a normal display again. And that's something no other brand has fully achieved yet. So this could either be the biggest upgrade in foldables, or something most people don't care about as much as Apple expects. Now, here's the second big detail you need to know: the price. Leaks suggest the iPhone Fold could start at around $2,000, and Apple is reportedly aiming to sell around 20 million units at that price. Which honestly sounds ambitious, because that's not just premium, that's a serious commitment for most buyers. So now everything comes down to this one question. If Apple really has created a completely crease-free foldable, is that enough to justify that kind of price? Because if it is, Apple didn't just make a better foldable, they set a new standard. But if it's not, then they might have spent nearly 10 years perfecting something the average user doesn't even care about. And we won't have to wait much longer to find out. Mass production could begin very soon, which means we're getting closer to seeing whether Apple's approach actually pays off. So tell me, would you pay $2,000 for a crease-free foldable? This is Guys Tech, and I will see you in the next one.